We hit the record button. Here we go. All right, so welcome everybody. Welcome, my dear friends. Welcome, boys, girls, genders in between, bears, bulls, wolves, everybody. You're one big family to me, and I am always super happy to do those live streams and have the opportunity to chat with you and feel connected, because that's what we are. We're all connected. We are all looking at the same chart. We all want to make money out of this. So, what better way to describe a team or a family? So that's what you guys are to me. The chat is rolling. And remember, if you want to be part of the chat, if you want to be part of this, I stream live every day at 12:30 UTC. But soon I will be picking up my day job again. And when I say soon, I mean like in 2 weeks I will be working for a few days, and then afterwards, I guess in March, we're gonna kick off full time again. So we're gonna have to think about better times to do the live streams, because I don't want to give that up at all. Like I said, I really enjoy this. This has been so much fun being on this journey with you, and I want to keep doing this. You guys, this is so fulfilling to do this. So Bruno, do I think Bitcoin is up mostly because of manipulation? Honestly, right now it's a little bit hard to judge. This area here, this was clearly manipulation. Now, there was a logic follow-up, was seeing this aftershock, this after effect. But right now, Bitcoin is kind of pushing through. Now, there's two possibilities, and we're gonna discuss this later. But somebody said, called this, I don't know when, it was like years ago. Um, he called this like this maximum pain scenario. I find it very soothing. Um, I find I think it suits very much, because sometimes you will see Bitcoin just really pull out in one direction, where almost everybody is ready to give up, and then all of a sudden it just turns around and flips around, and then goes on with the other trend. So for now, me personally, I'm still very, very careful. I try to choose my words as carefully as possible, because as you see, at the moment, we still are within the orange box. It's just splitting hairs. It's extremely close. The wicks have been piercing through, but yeah, let's see how this candle closes first, because we still have a small 10 minutes before the candle closes, and we're going to be able to see this live. This is a lot of fun, right? So without further ado, because I forgot it yesterday, we're gonna roll the intro, and then we are going to do some analysis and see what kind of stuff we can come up with. All right, so get your coffee ready. I know I've got mine, and I'm gonna need it. I will see you in a sec on the flip side. All right. Yeah, coffee. Good coffee. Feels so good. Okay, so let's get going with that stuff. Um, of course, obviously, most of the levels we looked at yesterday, all these here have been shattered beyond shattered. So we don't have to look at these anymore, especially for the upside. Now, the few last levels that remain are actually yeah, well, I don't really want to take it to consider it, but it's one that is present, and then this local high over here as well. I already took the liberty to plot this one because, like I said, I've been looking at the charts for for quite some time in the past 24 hours, and yeah, I've been adjusting the levels as we go. And this is also what you should be doing. Don't stick to one plan because all the time that the candles do progress, that the price does progress, things can change. So we need to be nimble and we need to keep adjusting the reads because otherwise we're going to be caught with our pants down. Nobody likes that. Yeah, thank you, Bruno. Yeah, I love that intro too. I have a few different intros that I really enjoy. Like I said, I got them off Fiverr, and this one guy really made some cool things. I'm very happy about that. So, like I was saying, this area over here is the first point of interest that we want to be looking at, and the bearish divergence-ness should pop up at, oh, see, it keeps moving all the time. Now it moved to 40,424. So let's adjust this. I'm going to do it with this one here. 400 and let's say 34. Just take it a little bit with a grain of salt. It's not really to the decimal. Like it has some fluctuations. So for now, as long as this is holding, there still could be pressure down coming. Doesn't mean that, oh yeah, guys, it's going down. It could still break this level and close a candle outside of this box. And then what does that mean? Even if price goes down, it's just gonna go down to get some support on one of the higher lows, but chances are very big that we are going to see then continuation to the upside, and maybe even, because we are so close, going for new all-time highs. So potentially it is possible if and when this level where we are sitting so close to does break. So, if you really want to get into a short position right now, wouldn't be a bad thing because you can set your stop losses or just keep your stop loss mentally in your head. And depending on how the 1 hour candle closes, if it closes about outside the box, just let it go. Close your position, and minimum risk at this point. So this is I'm not often giving some advice on when to take a position and stuff, but if there is one that is really a fair risk, then it would be this one. Okay, it happens live. You can't really time these things, but yeah, if you see an opportunity where you can actually really risk manage your entry and keep it as safe as possible, then yeah, that's the way to play it. All right, so now the next level, the next point of interest is right here, is actually just sitting a little bit higher. So, are we going to map it out? I'm not gonna do this because yeah, it's just gonna be like maybe a few hundred of of delta. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm feeling strong. 79.8. That would be oh yeah, still a little bit more than I was expecting. So more up to the 40,900 or 850. See, it moves as price is. So this is just because the RSI calculator also calculates the actual price. So it's one of the variables. But when the price keeps moving all the time, it's logic, it makes total sense that this number is also going to adjust every time. Okay, so that's the proof that what I'm saying about redoing your analysis as much and as often as possible is a good thing. This is what you need to do. All right, so next area of interest. On the downside, we do have these local lows here, and those are going to be the first ones that I want to take a look at. Because if price starts to move down, if I didn't say when, if price starts to move down, this will be one of the first areas where we could still create an opportunity to be picked up and to start going back up. So let's have a look. The local low, they're almost at the same level. So let's take an average. That's 39.25 and 39.84. So let's go with 39.50. 39.5. All right. And what does that say? Potential bearish divergence happening already at 38,000 something, 38,070, 38,000, more or less 38. So we're going to take our boxing tool, our rectangle, and this is actually really wicked because those levels, they just line up one after the other. And now let's make this one a green box, just so we can understand the difference in meaning that they have. And this one just completely full on orange like this. Okay, so look at that. Rejecting the green box, okay, pressure down. But if for any chance support holds here, then we are still going to, we still potentially can see higher highs being formed. So very careful. If by any chance you entered a short right here, be sure to really take a lot of profit. Like, don't worry about it. It's better to be safe than sorry, especially as long as we are still ranging in this crazy area. Okay, also don't forget that even if price wants to really start pushing down, there is this huge volume over here that we're gonna have to see the price pierce through. So yeah, I don't expect a free fall and just seeing the price tumble down in a few candles to down to the 28,000. I don't think this is plausible. But you know, crazier things have happened. It is the land of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, so yeah, always be ready. Now, wait, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set a horizontal array right here so that you guys have the label for the different levels. Now this one, what did this one thing anymore? Can remove it. Good, good. So far, so good. All right. Now, the next level of interest, those didn't change at all. Wait, I'm move this part so we have a clear image. So that would be this one here and this local low right here. And this is for the 1 hour chart. Basically, actually, you know what? I'm going to switch to the 3 hour chart because this is a little bit more long term anyway. It's a longer distance, so I'm guessing the 1 hour chart is just gonna give us a read that is too vague and too susceptible for large changes. So let's do it like this. Let's just switch over to the higher or wee bit higher time frames. It's not a high time frame at all. So for this one over here, we have 37.2, 37.2, 7 point, or maybe 0.3 because it's coming from above. We want to round it up to the higher decimal. Let's see, 35,700. So yeah, the range is getting wider. 35,700. Interesting. And we do this one here, 29.1. 1. And this would be 33,270. It's getting wider. Okay. So on a first glance, we can clearly see that all of these peaks of the volume nodes are going to speak a lot of volume in the next coming moves, especially if price wants to start coming down. Okay, so there are going to be quite some bounces no matter what the outcome is. So if you want to think, my apologies, if you want to think about potential strategy, like how should you play this if price is going down, that is, make sure to take profit on each and every one of those bounces. Like this, you took profit, okay, some money is safe. Is if price goes up and we keep holding the lower high over price and RSI, then it's good. You can just re-enter a short or let it just dip again, re-enter your short, and then just go for the next level. Make sure you take your profit, let it ride up, see what happens, compare with the RSI, and when it starts to really reject, you can re-enter a short and go to the next level. Basically, you didn't lose a thing. You're just going level by level, and at least you make sure that you have your pocket, your profit in your pocket. The profit in your pocket. There you go. That's what you want to do. Profit needs to be in your pocket, not just on an open position, because that doesn't mean a thing. It's I don't know if you guys saw the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. What does the other guy say in the beginning? It's fugazi. You know, it's just vaporware in the air. Doesn't mean a thing as long as you didn't pocket it. Okay, so that's the name of the game. Grab your money and run. So let's I'm gonna do the low ends on the 5-hour chart as well, just to make sure that to see if the charts agree more or less, and then we are going to go over to some other potential indicators that could come in handy. Yeah, exactly, Charles. Make sure you have your money in your pocket. It doesn't mean a thing otherwise. Has no value. Um. Okay. So wait. What? Yeah. The low ends. So basically, this is not. Yeah, that's actually a good one, Charles. Yeah, we're gonna make it a hashtag. That should be like a new popular hashtag. Hashtag take profit. Yep, that's good. Let's roll with that. Let's do something. That's cool. So this one, like I was saying, is not really a local low, although it's the area where the stochastic retested the trend line on the bottom. So we're gonna use it anyway as a reference area. Let's see what kind of a read we get from it. What did I do? So let's see, on the RSI, this gives us 45.5, 45.5, and this says, whoa, 36,400. That is insane. Yeah. It's getting too wide in my opinion. I think I'm gonna stick to the read of the 3-hour chart. This one, because this is getting too wide. If for any chance price pierces down below the volume node at 37,200, I'm suspecting at least a dip lower to this big volume node here, which is a little bit lower and still inside of the box that we would be making for the 5-hour chart. So, you know, I don't see a reason why to adjust this for now. Now, let's see. The other one is sitting here at 33.8. Let's do that. 33.8, and this is 33,000, and same thing, close enough, hinting at this bottom end here of it looks like a pitchfork, or no, not a pitchfork, you know, the forks with the two teeth that you use to stick in the meat when you want to carve or roast or a chicken or so. I don't know how you call those in English. So yeah, that's good for me. I like it. Let's not complicate things more than they have to be. Now maybe we want to zoom to the 10-hour chart. Let's just have a look and see what this one is showing us. So for now, I don't see any bearish divergence on the 10-hour chart. Maybe, yeah, not even if this candle goes down and closes. So yeah, very iffy situation. So even, like I said, even if price starts to move down and you shorted it, make sure to be careful to take your profit, because still could be going both ways, guys. It could be coming down, but it could very well just break out and yeah, run off like crazy. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? We are also talking about different times, you know. 2017, 2018, the sentiment toward cryptocurrencies and the economy and the market are not the same as this year. So, you know, there's so many factors to be thinking about, or just to consider, as to why we shouldn't be treating this the same way. This is something totally new. We haven't witnessed such a crisis beforehand. So, yeah, we are all learning right now. Um, I've even seen some YouTubers posting that February will be the month we see 60,000. Could be, could be. I wouldn't be against it. You know, for me, just trading the levels, and that's what I do. If I make some loss, it's okay. I have my strategies, I have my limits, and yeah, if I take a loss, it's okay. Then I will just trade to make it up afterwards. The most important thing is not to wipe your portfolio. Okay, so here we go. Next code for the incense is WO dash WNCUT, like in cut. WO dash WNCUT. I'm sorry. That's my headache. That's my headache, making me dyslexic. Cool. So now, what other tools do we have at our disposal to analyze this madness? first and foremost, I'm going to pull out the retracement tool, not because it's sure that we're gonna retrace that this is a local high, but all things considered, we want to have at least a little look so that we can get an estimate if it starts to come down, if these levels that we've been marking off actually have some meaning. So what do we see? Wait, Bruno, I'll come to you in a second. So what are we seeing here? The 618 is actually sitting right on top of where the red box would be starting. The 786 on the fib is also somewhere here on this volume node. We do have the 236 sitting on this volume node over here, which is actually fairly interesting. But now, if we want to be a little bit more critical and consider this like one move and this here a local low, then we're gonna have to put our fib differently. Then we're gonna have to level it off at this area over here, and then let's zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, then we do have the 786 over here sitting on the large volume node, and the 618 more or less inside the yellow box as well. So yeah, if we break down, if price starts to turn around and go down, I do believe that this area could break a lot easier, but the big ones are actually the ones sitting over here. Those are going to be the hardest ones, the ones you really need to be careful with. So yeah, talking strategy, maybe you can take some profit here. Be careful. It could just bounce and go for higher highs. But especially over here, reaching in this area, make sure you really pocketed your profit, because this area is really for sure going to make a bounce to the upside. It's not, I don't say that this is going to be the bottom and that we're going to see an uptrend, but this one is going to give at least a stronger bounce than this one. Okay, so be very careful. We're not out of the woods in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so next thing that I find very interesting. Like I said, the stochastics, sometimes it follows like a trend line. Sometimes it actually really breaks through. So right now, what does this mean? Doesn't mean uptrend, blah, blah, blah. It just means that we are going to see a change in behavior, okay? It's especially being cornered up there, as long as the stochastics are sitting in the bullish control zone, price is still feeling very bullish. On the other hand, right now, the stochastics are curling slightly down. They still have not rejected the bullish control zone, but yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. But right now, I think this indicator is going to be very helpful to give you an idea as to if we are going down and going to retest one of these levels, or just hovering and go back up again. Okay, so this is that. Bruno says, in America, things are not good. Many people are unemployed and businesses are struggling. Well, same thing in Europe. It's crazy. It's insane. And it also creates, from my perspective, the way I see it, a lot of insecurity, because Jobs and bosses become a little bit cocky, especially if they have a business that is still running. Some types of businesses have not been interrupted. And what do they see? They see they get so many job applications, and they start abusing their personnel, their employees, because they can threaten them. They can literally say like, okay, you know what? You don't like it. If you don't like the way we do things, if you think it's too much, or if you think it's not fair, then you know what? Just leave. We've got like 100 people lining up anyway. And this opens a whole other can of worms. It's really insane. The kind of economic oh whoops climate that we are entering. It does not only change the power that people have, the capital strength, but it also changes like how people are feeling. They know there is a lot of abuse, but the worst thing is that they are just ready to take it because they are living in fear. And I think this might also be fueling this entire Bitcoin surge and altcoin surge that we are seeing, because people want to get out. They want to feel safe again. So yeah, it's crazy, crazy, crazy times. Then on the other hand, there's hedge funds and what you call them, the traditional investors. Those guys have a lot of money. And guess what? They know, they are aware that people are scared, and they are looking for a way to put their money somewhere that it will make money. So, what is going to be their plan? Are they going to jump on the bandwagon and just trade up together with the people, with the mass? Or are they going to abuse it, push the price down so hard by shorting the crap out of it, and then finally buy up even more once the price is at an all-time low, because everybody will have lost so much money and they would only have made it. So this is why, I'm very, very skeptical and scared and hesitant to say like, okay, it's gonna go this way or it's gonna go that way. Especially after this manipulation that took place, it shows that big money has its eyes on the market. And then you start thinking like, what would be the maximum pain scenario that they could create? How far do you think people are gonna hodl, or how far before people are gonna start thinking like, oh, this is going to the other way? How far do they need to push the price for in order to convince people to start longing, and then bam, smack them all the way in the other direction, have so many longs and stop losses being hit that it compounds even more. So yeah, I always like to think in the direction of how could big money really abuse a situation, because that's what they like to do. To them it's safer. So, oh wow, Charles says crypto has been officially banned in Nigeria. Oh my God, this is awful. This is really awful. And Charles, how do you think they are going to enforce it? Like, do you need a VPN now to log in into to Bybit and stuff? What does it affect on a practical side for you? Um, oh wow, so they are literally going to look at what your bank has been doing and just like literally steal your money if you've been trying to make money in wow, this is horrible, and this is actually, what we try to fight as a crypto community. The how banks and governments are actually, rigging the game and literally enslaving us. And I'm sure it's not only in Nigeria. There's, even in the U.S. they do the same thing. It's yeah, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Yeah, man, I'm really, really feeling bad for you. And like I said in the Discord channel, if there's anything I can help you with, feel free to ask. If I can help. It's really my pleasure. Wow. So yeah, the government does not want the youth to be free from poverty so they can continue. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's all manipulation and pressuring the people. The capital system that we had, it sounded for a long time like, yeah, we're free now. We have our own money. We can do with our money whatever we want. But our money doesn't mean a thing because there's still one central entity that literally tells us how much our money is worth. And they can move things around. Very naive people told me like, yeah, no, they can't because they're bound by laws. Like, yeah, and who makes the laws? And how often do they change little addendums to the law that most people have never even heard, or most people aren't even aware that it happened. It happens. There's so much that happens behind closed doors. I think you'd really be surprised and literally disgusted at what happens in even us civilized parts of the world, like Europe and the US and whatnot. I think we would even be surprised a lot more about what happens that we are unaware of. So yeah, yeah, that's a thing. That's a real thing. Now another thing that I want to draw your attention to. Back to the chart. Back to the chart. Um, the weekly is about to close. And on the weekly, something very, very interesting is happening. It looks like if the price holds at these levels, it does look like we are going to make a higher high on a weekly matter. Okay? On the monthly, same thing. At these levels, we are actually printing a higher high. Where does that change? On the daily right now, well, after this surge, I haven't looked at it again, but on the daily right now, it's sitting really close. So for the daily right now, still didn't break the high. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So on the daily, we still have not broken the all-time high, the closing of the candle. Okay, we're talking about the closing of the candle, not the highest point that the price has reached. So on the daily, we're still not there. Still got 10 hours and 34 minutes for the closing. So yeah, depending on how high this closes, this could also be very significant. Well, very and not very. First, it's reward time. Get your incent ready so that you can pocket your tokens. And here we go. It's WO dash BCFRW. So WO dash BCFRW. Cool. So as you guys are pocketing your tokens, I'm just gonna keep talking. So on the daily, like I said, we still have not the candle has not reached even reached above the closing of the all-time high candle. But more important is that if that candle closes, we are potentially going to start creating one massive bearish divergence. And yeah, this is again when we where we start to play the game again. This uncertainty and doubt. So a daily close, a daily candle, making a bearish divergence, and then finally rejecting the highs, meaning closing below the candle before, and that would be sitting at yeah, more or less the 37,000. So yeah, if this candle makes a higher high and ultimately reverts to the 37,000, I think we could still consider a downtrend. That's the craziness. We are on the cusp of is it going up or is it going down? That we really need to be careful. Right now, literally, it's a 50-50 shot. So you could literally be gambling right now. Just take a coin and flip it, and maybe that's gonna give you a better answer than what we have right now. Right now, what we do have is some levels that need to hold and or break for more clarity to come. And yeah, the levels that we set yesterday, we more or less are. Oh, there is a green candle making another attempt. And you know what I'm going to do? Because we do have our higher high here on the RSI. This is a 1 hour chart. I'm back at a 1 hour chart. So let's do the read, the RSI read on the new high, the new local high that has been printed here. Just want to see what it says. That's 77.8 and this one is 78.3. Okay, yeah, no, yeah, maybe. Wow, this is madness. This is madness to the extreme. 77.7 and 78. Let's go with 78. I just want to know because wow, at these ranges things are just insane. Okay, I know we're back at 40,830, so that's the orange line right here, and that would literally be bouncing on the, well, area of liquidity that was formed here during the all-time high. So it's gonna be tight, guys. That's one thing to be sure of. No matter which area we choose, or that price, actually, we don't choose anything. But no matter which direction it's gonna go, I'm pretty sure we are going to see a resolution in the near future. I think we're setting up and getting ready to see which way it's going. This is the craziest moment that you can be watching. It's insane. And here, when we want to look at the way back machine, basically on the prior bull run, it was not as very outspoken. Also, sentiment was way different back then. There was a lot of FOMO. There were very many uneducated people in the space back then. I was like iffy little bit knowledge. That's how I would call it. I got trapped. I got trapped really bad. Seeing price move up, I was thinking like, okay, yeah, that's the moment to buy the dip. So I bought the dip and I bought the dip, and I was not aware of taking profit. I was just trading spot. And then I think more or less when we were here at the 10,000, I had no more money, and that was the last dip that I could buy. And then, of course, what happens? I saw price keep going, 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 going. And then I consider like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna put my wallet to the side, and I'm gonna stop looking at it. I'm just not even gonna bother for now. And it took like really reaching down to the 3000s that I got out of my winter sleep, and that I started putting money back into Bitcoin, because in this time, in all this time, I just used this sabbatical to re-educate myself, because it's not only knowledge, but also a good strategy. You need this strategy, um, to know what you're gonna do every time you open a position and close a position. You need to close it as well. And this is why I love trading on Bybit. I know a lot of people keep saying like, you shouldn't advise people to trade on a derivatives platform. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous, and it's true. But the danger is actually trading with high leverage. That's suicide. I'm sure there are breakout traders who know exactly what they're doing and they can make good profit, but that's like in and out. And playing it so close to the ball that they if it goes the wrong way, they can get out like super quickly. Like that area that I said earlier in the beginning of the stream, like this would be a good area to set a short, because you can set your stop loss so close. You don't need that higher range of letting the price move. But those areas, in my opinion, those trades are very rare. And also, it's very rare to see it really play out the way you were expecting. It happens more often that it goes the wrong way, because really timing the top like this, yeah, it's a hunch, and you have a good strategy, and you have a good risk management, and all this is really good, but nobody can predict the future. Um, oh, Charles, yeah, you have been liquidated twice with high leverage. Yeah, I know. It's that's one of the most painful things at all, because the liquidation is calculated on yeah, very painful, huh? Yeah, the liquidation is being calculated on the market price. So the derivatives platforms use an average of 5 large exchanges, and that's the market price to which they want to keep Bitcoin as close as possible. But sometimes there will be a premium. There will be a difference between the price of the contracts on, let's say, Bybit, and the actual price on spot exchanges. And sometimes you might even trigger your liquidation before the contract price reaches there. So this is why I prefer to stick to 3x, sometimes 5x if I need to readjust my position. Sometimes, if I really need to like readjust my position badly, I could go 10x, buy up so I can double my position, and then immediately let go and take the loss, and then go back down to 5x to have that range again. There's so much of play that you can do with your positions. But yeah, it takes a little bit of trial and error and experimenting with what you are allowed to do on the platform. There's no rules, there are no rules. The only thing you're not allowed to do is come in with a group of people and just start manipulating the price. But even then, where are they going to draw the line? It is cryptocurrencies. It's the Wild West, and yeah, fortunes have been made in the Wild West, but you need to put on your big boy pants, be very, very responsible with your positions, because it's your money, and nobody except me, but nobody is going to cry for you if you get wiped and wrecked. Okay, so yeah, be very careful, especially if you're new to trading. Use even 1x. It's okay. You can even get $1 positions on Bybit. You don't have to go big as long as you want to experiment and learn what you can do on the platform. Also, it's a good idea. Try to join on the Discord channel with us, because at least, if you have some questions that pop up, you can just go ahead and ask your questions. I'm always trying to answer. There's more people in the Discord. They will also try to give you a straight answer. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and you'll see we're small, but we try to really get a group of friends, like a family, together. That's I think this is a lot more rewarding than being in one of those major Discord channels with 2, 3, 400 people, and as soon as you ask a stupid question or something that they claim to be a stupid question, you feel bad even having opened your mouth. So we don't want that. We really don't want that, and I don't like it. So yeah, cool. Now I'm going to have to keep it short, because yeah, it's weekend, and at 3 o'clock my time, so 2 UTC, I need to drop off my girl at gymnastics class. So I'm gonna have to cut it really short. But let's just look quickly at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance has been going up again. And yeah, it makes sense, Bitcoin price is going up, Bitcoin dominance went up, and all the altcoins have been going down. Like I said yesterday, a lot of opportunities to take profit. Actually, basically, all the altcoins, you should have taken profit. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Does this mean that it's over with the altcoins? No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think this is just the cycling of the markets. So yeah, potentially this could lead to pressure down to Bitcoin, or was it the other way around? Bitcoin moving up, and people are thinking that, oh Jesus, they're on the wrong side of the track again. Oh, we need to get back into Bitcoin, and that's pushing the price of Bitcoin up again. There's so many narratives, it's very fun to think about it, but at the end of the day, it's just the price action and the levels that need to hold or break. And those are the reference that we try to play, to keep our head cool and be as little under the influence of God knows what kind of propaganda is going around. We trade levels, we trade the numbers, we stick to a strategy. If you have to take a loss, well, so be it. Just take it. Be a man, okay? Or be a woman. I don't care. I don't want to sound so harsh, but it's just the name of the game. Sometimes especially in those crazy times, either you don't trade or you set yourself up as well as possible. And if it goes the wrong way, at least you did it following a rule and you stuck by your rules. That's very important. So the last code of the day, redeem it, guys, is WO-47EJE. So WO-47EJE. Yes. So on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap this up because otherwise I will end up being late and she's not gonna like that. So you guys remember, keep your eyes on the chart, especially now. Especially now. Let's see what happens. Is 40,800 going to hold or break? Yeah, even popping above 40,400 and closing above 40,400, I think is going to be a big one. So yeah, let's be careful. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same channel, 12:30 UTC. And let's find out tomorrow if we if we got some resolve. Because also it's weekend madness, you know. Very emotional people are trading right now. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen. All right, so see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, Charles. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bruno. Who else was there? Yeah, well, basically, Charles and Bruno. Charles and Bruno have been the main chatty chatters during the stream today. Always very happy to have you guys here. Like I said, you know, I started off with a crazy headache, and just doing these streams, it always gives me this massive amount of good vibes and energy, and I love that. Thank you very much, guys, for being there. It wouldn't be the same without you. So see you guys tomorrow, 12:30 UTC. Have a great day. Be careful. Good luck if you're in any kind of position. And yeah, have a good one. Thanks a lot, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.